Salutations, people who watch things on the internet. Sorry it's been a while. I've been busy moving, and if you watch my last vlog, you'll know that I moved out of my place, and then I threw all my stuff in storage because I still don't have somewhere to live. So I'm semi-homeless now. I'm just couch surfing on some friends until I find a new place. But I wanted to come and talk to you about, go up there and subscribe. Last Do or Do Not over there, and then last Doctor Who, and I know I owe you another Doctor Who mid-season finale review, but we'll get to that one thing at a time. And technically this should be a Do or Do Not, but I don't have the little graphics with me at work today, so just pretend like they're there. But I got to see this movie called Terri because of KCRW. I'm a member of that radio station, and they've talked about it plenty of times, and they're amazing. And so we got to see a screening of this movie called Terri, and it's this little movie that you probably won't even hear about, but it's good. It stars John C. Reilly, and I wrote down the guy's name, Jacob Wysocki. He plays the lead character, Terri, who's... The premise of Terri is a 14, 15-year-old kid in middle school, high school, who's just kind of a little awkward and a little out of place, and John C. Reilly is the vice principal of this school, and he kind of takes it upon himself to look after Terri and make an investment in him. And this movie actually doesn't even come out till, I think, next week, and is actually screening at the LA Film Fest this weekend, but we got to see it even before them, so this review may be one of the first reviews out there about this movie. And it's a lovely day out here in Santa Monica, up on the roof. Maybe a little windy, but it's all good. It's beautiful. So I really like this movie. It's, in a sense, you don't need to run out to see it in the theaters, except for the fact that to give it support, to show people that it's worth making small independent movies that are good and that are worth seeing. It's nothing special. You definitely could wait till it's on DVD, but I think at least to go out, if you're one of the people who enjoys good movie making and filmmaking and good cinema, go out, see it in the theater, show your support for it, to encourage people to make more of this and show the studios that it's worth making movies where things don't just blow up and things like that. The way I would describe this movie and kind of put it this way, it's all the good things from Juno and Napoleon Dynamite, and just to kind of set the stage, it's about a teenager, so it deals with kids and emotions, but in a sense it's a little more realistic than Juno, where everyone talked like they were 40, and Napoleon Dynamite, where everything's just a little weird. So kind of take the good parts about those movies, about being in high school, about being alienated and awkward, and lump this into Terri, and then take a little bit of Kids, if you've ever seen that movie, which is very real and gritty and stuff, and take the less gritty stuff of Kids and lop it into Terri. It's done well in the sense that it's set in kind of a timeless kind of age. It could take place in 2011, it could take place in 1980. Very clearly the locations and the clothing are very kind of neutral, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a little more modern day. But there's nothing that says or places it in one specific time period or location, even though it's filmed in California. It just works. John C. Reilly he brings that comedic touch that he does to a lot of his work of sometimes being over the top for the sake of playing it down. Like, he has these very big verbose moments where John C. Reilly is John C. Reilly, and for all the reasons that you love John C. Reilly or you may hate John C. Reilly, he's one of the best actors out there right now, and he fits perfectly into this role because him as a vice principal, it's his job to interact with students and help students, but at the same time, we find out that he has his own set of issues that he's dealing with at home with his wife and his own marriage, and it's kind of almost an escape for him to be with students. And then Terri, the main character, you don't feel, I don't know that you feel bad for Terri, but you can relate to him in a lot of ways, especially if you were awkward in high school or if you didn't have tons of friends. There's something very much to relate to, and you want to like Terri because he moves to the beat of his own drum, and that's what's amazing about him. And it's one of those movies, well, you understand that he lives with his uncle alone, who his uncle is played by Creed Bratton, and you might know him from The Office, who plays the guy Creed on The Office. Does perfect. It's so good to see Creed do something other than The Office. He brings his own comic sensibility, yet brings a downtroddenness with him to the character of Terry's uncle that is great. But, you know, they never explain where Terri's parents are. They never really explain why he's living with his uncle. But they don't need to, because it just kind of sets the stage for Terri's life situation and the things that he goes through. And I really find that refreshing. It's like, we don't have to over-explain that Terri's parents died in a plane crash when he was 7. Or it's there, and it's obvious that, you know, he's living on his own with his uncle and is essentially caring for his uncle in a lot of ways. But at the same time, we have no reason why. But it works. And there's this other character, Heather is her name, played by Olivia Procaccia, I don't know, but a young actress who finds herself alienated because of a situation that happens during school, and in one sense Terri comes to the rescue and kind of saves her from being expelled from school. And brilliant young actress. I think she's been in a few other things, but brings a vulnerability to the movie that's very real, and is a very good counterpart to Terri understanding someone else who's been rejected and marginalized. So I would say just go see Terri, go at least check it out, do some research about it. The trailer makes it fun and interesting. He wears pajamas to school because that's, you know, he explains in one scene that they're just comfortable and he enjoys this, and even though he's taunted and made fun of doing so, you know, because teenagers are cruel like that. So if you're in LA, try to go to one of the screenings this weekend. If you're not in LA, you may have to go seek it out. It'll probably be at smaller independent theaters. If not, wait till the DVD, but put it, Netflix usually has things on their DVD list long before, so go add it to your queue so that you remember to check it out. So it would be cool to see Jacob win some sort of award, at least get some nomination for his role. It's one of his first roles, I believe. I can't remember who it's directed by, but it's just an all-around good, feel-good movie, and you end up leaving the movie theater feeling good and happy. It's not so much a happy ending, but at least it's resolved and just good storytelling. So check it out, Terri. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. I'll be back soon with the Doctor Who review, I promise. Adios. Button.